Good morning, grade 6 students, and welcome to another day of English class. This is your teacher, Miss Annalisa. We are at day 4, 21st of October 2020, Wednesday. We are in Unit 5 entitled, What Sports Do You Do? And our lesson is Lesson 2 entitled Present Perfect Continuous. And the references are the pupil's book on page 29 and the workbook page 28. And here are the objectives of the lesson. At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to 1. Make a bar graph based on the sports that the class do. 2. Form the past perfect continuous structure of verb. And 3. Write sentences in the present perfect continuous. Let us start with our vocabulary. The first word, bar graph. An example of a bar graph is here, our favorite sports. A graph drawn using rectangular bars to show how large each value is. The bars can be horizontal or vertical. We call this a bar graph. Next, volleyball. Here is a sample of what a volleyball is. Volleyball is a game for two teams, usually of 6 players, in which a large ball is hit by hand over a high net, the aim being to score points by making the ball reach the ground on the opponent's side of the court. Next is tennis. Here is a sample of what a tennis is. A game in which 2 or 4 players strike a ball with rackets over a net stretched across a court. The usual form, originally called lawn tennis, is played with a felt-covered hollow rubber ball on a grass, clay, or artificial surface. So those are our vocabulary in today's lesson. Bar graph, volleyball, and tennis. Let us look at the activity 1. Look and say. Alex has been playing basketball for 4 days per week for 1 year. So Alex's name is here on the left side of the paper, such as also there we have Amy, Sally, Joe, Mark, Ben, and Mary. So these are the names of the children, and the bars or the bar graph shows the days on how many days do they play their respective sports per year. And on the right side, you would see all the sports that these children are playing. And at the bottom of the bar graph, you would see the number of years they were playing. Now, could you write your name on the line over here after Mark's name, before Ben's name? Write your name. All right. Now, you could also ask yourself the same question. Alex has been playing basketball for 4 days per week for 1 year. What about you? How long have you been playing your sports? We can actually make our own graph by asking our classmates on what sports are they playing and how long have they been playing this game. So we can have a small activity regarding this. We can make our own chart and find out the graph after we ask our classmates of what sports do they play. Let us now continue on activity 2. After writing your name on the line, draw and color. Write how many days by asking and answering like this. What sports do you do? So you choose the sports that you play. Next question, how often do you play this sport? And how long have you been playing this game? Are you ready? So you may start writing it or filling out the graph for your name. Let us now proceed with activity 3, listen and write. If you notice in the bar graph, there are names Ben and Mary, but there is no data. This is now the right time for us to complete the graph. Listen to these children and take notes. Then draw and color on the bar graph and write how many days. Listen carefully as I read to you tape 17. Are you ready? All right. Please listen attentively. Ben. Hello, my name's Ben. I'm 14 years old and I like swimming. I swim at school 3 times a week and I usually go to the beach once a week. I've been swimming since I was 10. Mary. Hi, my name's Mary and I like tennis. I usually play at the sports club. I've been playing tennis for about 2 years now and I play about once a week. That's in the summer, of course. Listen once again as I read tape 17. Hello, my name's Ben. I'm 14 years old and I like swimming. I swim at school 3 times a week and I usually go to the beach once a week. I've been swimming since I was 10. Mary. Hi, my name's Mary and I like tennis. I usually play at the sports club. I've been playing tennis for about 2 years now and I play about once a week. That's in the summer, of course. Now let us try to see if you understood what you've listened to. What did these children tell us about their sports? How long have they been playing? And how often do they play? Okay, if you say that Ben likes swimming and he has been swimming for 4 years now, while Mary loves tennis or likes to play tennis and she's been playing for 2 years now. Now, please write their names and their data on the bar graph to complete them. At this point in time, we are going to discuss about activity 4, and this is about the present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous is written by having the auxiliary verb has or have plus been plus verb in its ing form of the verb. So for example, he has been playing football for a year. Has been playing is the present perfect continuous since the auxiliary verb has is followed by been and followed by the progressive or continuous form of the verb, the ing. So has been playing is in its present perfect continuous. Let's move on to the next example. I have not been feeling well since last week. As we said, present perfect continuous is formed by having auxiliary verb has or have plus been plus the verb in its ing form. In the sentence, I have not been feeling well since last week, have been feeling is the present perfect continuous. Third one, how long have you been going to the sports club? So this is a question form that starts with how long. So the answer would be, have you been going to sports club? So we have here has or have plus been plus verb plus ing becomes present perfect continuous. But in the sentence we have been going. Now, why did it use have? Because the subject is you, and you as well as I should always use the auxiliary verb have. Last one, have you been playing basketball with Joe? So, have been playing is called the present perfect continuous since we have the auxiliary verb have followed by been followed by the verb in its ing form. So we call this now present perfect continuous. At this point, please open your workbook, page 28. Let us now make use of for and since. Let us try to recall the lesson on this. When we use for, we talk about a period of time. And since, it means a point in time. It's like the date of when an action has started. And since would be the period of, for rather is the period of time when you were doing the action. Let us begin with the first one. John has been playing football blank 2 years. So we say that 2 years is a period of time. So therefore we use for. What about number 2? Alex and Joe have been cycling blank 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock is the period of time when they started. So we say since 10 o'clock. So it talks about the point in time in which the action started. What about number 3? Sally has been emailing to her key pal blank 10 months. So is it a period of time or is it a point in time? So we say for 10 months, so which means to say it is for a period of time. And we now move on to the fourth one. We've been waiting for a bus. Ages. So is it a point in time? No, it is a period of time. So the answer is 4. Mr. Scott has been teaching blank 1965. So you have there 1965. Is it a period of time or is this a point in time? Correct. It is a point in time. So therefore the answer should be since. Moving on to the last sentence, I've been working blank early this morning. So is it a period of time or a point in time? I've been working. Correct. It's since early this morning because it is a point in time. Alright, so we just finished the use of for and since, which are being used in the perfect tenses. Specifically, now our lesson, the present perfect continuous. And we have now come to the last part of the activity or our lesson for today. Still in the present perfect continuous. This time we will be making sentences using the details that are given to us. So, for example, Sam goes sports club 2 months. So we say, Sam has been going to the sports club for 2 months. So remember the use of for and since. What about Jack and Paul play volleyball team last year? Do you have any idea? Okay, so let's try it. Jack and Paul have been playing in the volleyball team since last year. So you have there have been playing because the subjects are Jack and Paul. And since this is in the present perfect tense, present perfect continuous, so we have the auxiliary verb have plus been plus the verb in its ing form of the verb. Let's move on to the third sentence. My brother and I cycle 3 months. Anyone who would like to do it? Alright, I hope you do it on your own and be able to write the correct answers. Let's try and see if your answers are correct. My brother and I have been cycling for 3 hours. Again, there is a time element 3 hours and we have there the use of for. To continue, the girls ride horses years. So our sentence, when we make this, the girls have been riding horses for years. So, you have the present perfect continuous, have been riding. And you have the time element 4 years. Now, let's go to sentence 5. Kay learned to play tennis last summer. So, if you were to construct the sentence, how would it be? So, Kay is the subject, alright? Kay has been learning to play tennis since last summer. So you have there Kay is singular, therefore the auxiliary verb to be used is has instead of have, because have is only used for plural subjects. Let's move on to the last one. Ricky swim a long time. So if we use the present perfect continuous here, we say Ricky has or have. Correct. Ricky has, because Ricky is singular. Ricky has plus been, don't forget, has been swimming for a long time. Let us see the answer. That is correct. Very good, grade 6 students. I hope you have learned something in today's lesson about the present perfect continuous. Don't worry if there are still confusions in understanding this lesson, because tomorrow we are still going to talk about more on this topic. So, I would like to say goodbye for now, and I'll see you next class for our English online or classroom teaching. This has been your teacher, Miss Annalisa, saying, always keep safe. Bye for now.